Awesome, that's the best buck of the trip.
Wow. Oh.
Non-typical, first non-typical in one season.
Hi there, I'm Joe Bartlett and thanks for watching Blue Creek Outdoors. 5 years ago, Brie, myself, and Austin took a trip to southern Germany to hunt for roe deer during the rut, which is actually in July. And at the time, it was one of the very first hunting videos that we ever made. We had a camera that wasn't that great, we were new to the filming game, and I was even worse at editing. So I watch those videos now and it makes me cringe at how poorly they were put together, especially by the editing side of it. And I wanted to re-edit the trip, put it into a little bit different format, do a better job on the computer, and hopefully do that trip a little bit more justice. So I hope you enjoy it, and I actually can't wait till we're able to go back and hunt with Jeff again. It was a phenomenal hunting experience in Bavaria. After picking us up in Munich, Jeff and George helped us get squared away in our rooms, and we headed straight into the woods with Jeff so he could show us how we would be hunting these tiny deer.
Okay, now we're going to tracking some nice bucks, and I want to show you how they live, where they live, what is special for them, and maybe we find some fresh wildboar tracks for the evening. And I think today it's very good day because it was raining in the morning up to midday, so in the evening all the roe deer will come out to the fields and to the grassland. So I think we have a really good chance to get a big one.
Awesome.
All right.
Cool. Fantastic.
Okay, boy. Let's have a look. He makes signs that is their territory. So I think it's quite fresh. There was a dry stick, and the bark is not. It's just hitting the tree, smashing into the tree, and it's the border of his territory.
Yeah.
So
do they rake the trees like a
yes.
a large?
Now they are in rut.
White
They try to fix as much as possible on females in their area, and they are really aggressive to each other. They clean their antlers and make these marks. So it is a real hot spot. I think in the end of the week the rut will be on the best time.
Okay.
So we split up in smaller groups.
Okay.
You go with me, and we hide in perfect wind, and I try to call him in.
Awesome.
You start really quiet. Never take it like that.
Yeah.
That shit. Put it behind your back. Make. Remove the direction. So, okay, he starts to find you.
Okay.
And it's, for him, it looks like, okay, it's moving, it's moving. There is another buck in my area chasing a female, and the phone is calling, mama, 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 mama.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That afternoon was spent listening to Jeff, and his passion and knowledge were evident very quickly, and it grew our excitement to get after it. But first, Jeff and George had to make sure that we could shoot, of course. A funny thing was that right after my second shot, a roe deer then ran right across the shooting lane in front of us.
That will be the best.
Nice one.
Deer, small deer.
Look at the phone.
Yeah.
That's how we call our roe deers, you see?
By shooting.
Nice one.
Nice one too. Okay.
Okay, you're ready?
And after that, we headed out for our very first evening sitting in a high seat. After we had no movement in that field, we checked a couple other smaller ones before we headed back to town to our rooms. And the super cool thing about the town we were staying in is that it was very small with no tourism. It was just a small farming community, and we were staying in a couple of rooms up above the local tavern. Nobody spoke any English, and Jeff and George had to do all of our interpreting for us. And first thing in the morning, we were right back at it trying to call a roebuck in. And on our second stand of the morning, we had a doe come into Jeff's calling, and I finally got a glimpse at just how small these little deer are.
The weeds were too tall.
On day 2, we had no luck calling a buck in either, but on the morning of day 3, Jeff and I headed to a meadow, just the two of us to call. When a nice roebuck ran out, Jeff told me to shoot it. The camera was not rolling, but I knew that if I wanted to kill that buck, the time was now. So I put my crosshairs on him and squeezed the trigger.
So I just shot my first ever roebuck here in Germany.
Mate, congratulations.
Thank you.
Right, my side.
Yeah, that was awesome. We came up this trail right here. Here's over on the edge of that clearing. You said he was following the doe?
Yes, yes. Now we definitely have the rat. We're searching for the doe. We see it first. And we were coming out of the wheat field, crossing the whole grassland into the corner and circling and searching like a dog with his nose on the ground. And
Just came up that line right there. How far do you think he was when we shot?
I measured it up. It was 76 meters.
76.
Awesome. Right from the trigger stick.
Yeah.
Felt him, knocked him out the boat. Great job.
Yeah.
Great hunting. So
I
now
can't
we
wait.
have a look.
Can't we see him?
This is when Jeff then taught me a lot about the European hunting culture. He placed a leaf in the buck's mouth, took another leaf and touched it to the bullet wound, and then placed it in my hat. His reverence for the buck and for tradition are something that I immediately admired.
Great. And everybody sleep well. Nice buck, mate.
The wheat, the pine. What else?
So, it's all about the last honor. We give him the last honor. We call it letzte Bissen, the last piece. The last piece. And for me, respect is everything.
Yes.
I always lay them on the hard side. It's also a tradition in Europe. And lay him down and give him something he was living and make him a bed. So for the pictures and for the first minute, for me, I always need, doesn't matter where I am in the world, I need some moments from my own. To think about what happened and to get him as mine.
Yes. Yeah, I agree with you completely. Yeah, he's beautiful. I can't thank you enough. Thank you very much.
We'll make some pictures.
We met back up with everybody that morning, and George cooked us a traditional German breakfast with heart, liver, kidneys, apples, cranberries, onions, and red wine. Now, I'm not a big fan of liver, kidneys, or heart, believe it or not, but this meal just fit the setting, and it was the perfect breakfast before we were back at it, looking for buck number 2. We didn't have any luck calling that day, so we spent the last hour of light sitting on the edge of town in a bean field, and it wasn't too long before a buck showed up to our left and walked out while he was feeding. It was really cool to be able to watch that buck for several minutes, and the better look we got at him, Jeff leaned over and whispered in my ear, "He is no trophy, my friend, but he is an ancient old buck. His face is white, and he is super old." And hearing that, I knew that I wanted to take this buck.
Done.
Okay. Come back all the way down.
Yes. Looks good. Look at the white hat. Man.
He's pretty.
Now we have to find a younger but bigger buck, but I'm so happy with these old guys. So we make them nice. We should go there.
This hunt was our first time out of the United States and first species on another continent. To get 2 bucks in one day was incredible and a day that I will never forget. But now it was Brie and Austin's turn.
What do you think about that hunt in Germany? For me, I want to say it is not that kind of hunting we're hunting gold medals or you're just sitting on a high stand. You have to work for your buck. It's totally free range, no feeding place for rows. I don't like that because that's not hunting for me. We let some go. We harvest a very good old one, a real warrior. Now we harvest an old one, an older one, for sure, to be honest. I saw she's a little bit older, but she's still nice with that really white head on him.
Yes.
White head on him, and it was a nice hunt. We had the chance to film it, and different traditions, different thinking. So I want to give you a small side about our doing and especially our traditions. So we make that with that leaves, and it have to lay on the right side, on the hard side. So that is still important for me because it's an honor.
The next day was Austin's turn. It was an absolutely gorgeous day. We hunted all day and we thought we were actually going to strike out until we bumped into a buck right at dark on the way back to the truck.
Look at him, mate. Look at him.
He's tall.
Wow. Not the best placement,
That's a nice buck. Hey, you guys have a hand for non-typical bucks. I have shot 6 pointers, but it's a magnificent buck. Woo. Fucking hell.
That's
Call
awesome.
in.
Came right in. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
Very cool.
Ooh, that was really bright.
How many were there? There were several that I heard.
There's another one coming out over here.
Yeah.
But I think that was a doe.
Oh,
You
okay.
think so?
I was so concentrated on him, and that is the buck we saw tomorrow morning.
All right,
He
wanna
came
hold
in
him up?
quick.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Do you have your own? No? We'll just take him on Joe's phone.
Tomorrow morning, after the hunt, we put the bucks out and make some really nice pictures.
Awesome.
Coming out, not knowing a whole lot about roe
Knowing
deer.
zero. Knowing zero.
Yeah, yeah. I knew what they look like from pictures on Google.
But Jeff's
You
taught
know,
us. You've taught us so
dude.
much.
Jeff, you've given us some knowledge that has been priceless. It's been an amazing experience.
Thank you very much, my friends.
Yeah, I can't thank you enough.
It's hard. We have a really hard time because it's about 42 degrees. Luckily.
Yeah, sweating our ass off right when the sun went down to
Getting eaten alive.
Yeah, dripping.
dripping to getting eaten alive by mosquitoes.
And old Jeff had the nose, the dog nose. And I called this
Yep.
old buck in. And very nice shooting because it was just for a second.
Oh,
Yeah, he stopped. He raised his head up, and that was it.
awesome. It sounded good.
It did.
When he shot, I knew.
Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah.
I'm so
Didn't see
happy
him
for you
jump,
guys.
just dropped.
His bases are wide.
Yeah, he's a
Yeah,
good
they're so
buck.
close.
Super.
He's a nice buck.
Yeah.
And the third non-typical.
Yeah.
So that's not everyday business, my friends.
After getting Austin's buck taken care of, we slept in a little bit the next morning, and at lunchtime, the owner of the tavern told Jeff that he had a little bit of a surprise for us. He had just received a new keg for the bar, and he wanted to show us the traditional way to tap a wooden keg.
That's it. And these are the biggest beers. They call it mass. It's 1 liter.
Yeah.
And this kind of beer is a little bit stronger than the normal one. Tasty.
This is cool.
Yeah,
That is cool.
that's a traditional way.
How long ago were the kegs sealed?
What?
How long ago was the beer poured in the keg?
Wie lang ist denn das Bier da drin gekeltert?
Was?
Wie lang bleibt das Bier da drin?
2-3 Stunden.
Na, wie lange das vorher drin ist in dem Fass?
What?
Wie lange das vorher im Fass drin ist?
Nicht lang.
No, they fill it up from the big tanks, cool it down, and then they bring it to the hotels.
Okay.
Yeah.
Es ist kein Wein, der nachreifen muss. Bier wird
The fun fact about this trip is that it was Brie's first hunt ever for any animal, and Jeff said he knew of a high stand that was a great place for her and him to sit. The only problem was that it was a really hard place to film, so Austin and I sat clear across the field from them, and we were able to see the buck that she ends up getting a shot at. Sounded good. I heard a smack. I did too. Too dark for the cameras. He was right here. He was literally right here in front of us.
We heard the gunshot.
I had a lot of them on film, but I couldn't tell which one.
Please look at that!
Fucking hell, that's a fucking...
Oh yes!
Look at that! Oh, that's a nice one.
Holy shit! Look at him.
Oh, I shot really low though.
Low, but it's a hurt. Sorry for that, but
Thank you. Thank you.
that is a fucking awesome buck. Awesome! That's the best buck of the trip.
Wow.
Non-typical, first non-typical in one season.
One side and three.
Look at that high.
Oh my goodness.
He is old. He is everything what a trophy buck. That is a trophy buck.
Yes. That's amazing.
That is an amazing buck. Hey, I'm so happy.
Thank you so much for being so patient
if I get
with
drunk
me.
today as fuck. So please don't be angry about me.
No,
because I will kiss your dicks another time. Hey, first non-typical.
Oh, that's amazing.
That is a magnificent buck. Hey, go there. We have to make pictures.
Okay.
Fucking hell! During the rut.
That's a cool buck. Shoulder mount.
That is a shoulder mount buck.
Shoulder mount buck. Her first big game animal.
That is a fucking good buck. These are the good bucks I have on my wall.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I should. What? I think that is the best buck
That's so
in
cool
that
he's
area
like-
for this year.
really?
Yeah. He's magnificent.
Yes.
Look at that. Look at that.
It's so cool.
Look at the rows, the pooling, nice and fucking hell. Just a spike.
Well, thank you so much for being so patient with me.
No. At first, I say to her, listen,
The little one.
there was a
Yeah.
little one, but I told you, I definitely know there are two.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think I let her look on the door and she said, fuck, that's right. It was just 130.
Uh-huh.
I say, okay, have a try on the little one. And he was
And
running,
then he started
running,
coming
running,
like
running.
into you, and I was like,
Yeah.
I don't want to shoot over that way.
And suddenly I hear, and he coming out,
Yeah.
chasing the door.
I saw him come out chasing. We saw several. There was
Literally?
several over here.
Yeah, there was one 50
He
yards from us.
literally zigzagged
Yeah.
Near
like
the car?
10 feet.
No, he
from
was
us.
over here on the corner.
Yes, that was the door.
Yeah.
I say to her, have a look. Is that good for you? Come over, we have to make some pictures.
Well, I couldn't see it. He was literally zigzagging 10 feet in front of us with that phone.
No, it was immediately. You're good.
That's really low though.
But that is a perfect hurt shot.
He died immediately.
No, you don't.
Grab him there. Both legs.
That will be fucking party tonight.
Great job.
Mr. Captain.
Thank you.
So at the first, the most important thing. Fucking hell, that's a good buck. Brie, congratulations to your first buck.
Thank you very much.
Right hand side. Put it on your head, wait. That's on the right side. Right for raw, left for a dead man. Yeah, when you go to a funeral from a hunter, you have it left.
Oh, I see.
I mean, I just want to thank Jeff. He was amazing and being so patient
You're
with
welcome
me.
anytime. Great shooting.
Thank you.
Congratulations to that.
Thank you.
That's a real trophy buck.
Thank you for being my first big game animal. This was awesome, and Jeff was just so great and keeping me calm and telling me what I needed to do, so it was awesome.
That comes there. That picture come in my kitchen, in the Hall of Fame.
For our first trip overseas and one of the very first hunting videos we ever made, it truly was the trip of a lifetime, and I honestly can't wait until we're lucky enough to see and hunt with Jeff again.